As soon as someone settled within a community, there were certain craftspeople you needed. You needed potters because everything was in a ceramic pot. There were no plastics as we have today. There were metal workers working in metal, whether it was on a wheelwright working on wagon wheels or a blacksmith or a farrier. There were people making furniture, and the same people making furniture could make other wood products, whether it was in the house or something for the farm. You had to have that support system within the community whenever people settled. The crafts in the 18th and 19th century that we know of, a lot of them, the people originally had those skills in Europe before they came over, whether they were in Ireland, Scotland, Germany, or whatever. And they brought those skills and trades with them. And a lot of the times it stayed within the family. It might pass on to a son, or a daughter might marry someone that was apprenticing. But most of these crafts that we're talking about were crafts that had apprenticeship periods, a 4 to 7 year learning period in which a young man would work with an older craftspeople and learn those skills. And when a person was through with their apprenticeship, they'd look within another community and possibly further west for where they might go and set up a shop and establish their own business. And once they would do that and get established, they might start taking apprentices in, and then you would start the whole system over again.
The climate was just right for raising sheep and growing flax, and so their home textile production, as well as the traveling itinerant textile makers, had just ready access to the materials that they needed. They raised the sheep and grew the flax and put those things together for their warm coverlets for those chilly nights out here. They also used the other natural resource that we have here, these beautiful rivers, and the clay that was right alongside those rivers attracted a whole lot of potters, and so the pottery traditions here are very rich.
We always thought of the Shenandoah Valley as the area where all the pottery was produced, but with research that's been carried on in the last 15 years, Southwest Virginia was a major pottery hub as well. But when you think about it, when people settled, they had to have utensils to store water, milk in. They had to have utensils for plates and cups and things to use. And if you didn't have a store there, pottery was the cheapest thing. And even when you did have a commercial store, it was cheaper to buy local made pottery than it was China. And so every community had a source of getting pottery, whether it was made there or whether a potter hauled it in from a distance. Southwest Virginia had good clay sources from Wythe County all the way down, and we had earthenware made there. By the 1750s, there's evidence of earthenware potters out there. Earthenware then changed to stoneware because it was a more condensed type of pottery, and it wasn't as fragile as the earthenware or redware was, and that was made up until the 20th century.
At one point we had probably more potters here than anywhere else in Virginia because of the abundance of clay and because of the market. We had lead mines here too, and other sources of metal. This particular pot right here is glazed with a lead glaze. And those lead mines supplied lead for glazing for the enormous amount of earthenware pottery that was made in this region.
The quality of the cabinet work out there, people didn't expect it to be there.
Most of the furniture that was made here used the abundant cherry trees and walnut trees. Beautiful pieces of furniture that rivaled anything that could be purchased in Philadelphia early on.
And I went down to Wythe County, and on one weekend I found the blanket chest, I found the frocktor, I found the pie safes, and I found the gravestones. All of them reflecting the Germanic culture in western Wythe County. The Scots-Irish were quick to pick up, log architecture is a European form. It's not a British Isles form of architecture. They were quick to pick up on that. They were quick to pick up as gunsmiths. They were quick to pick up as potters. They adapted a lot of the trades from the other cultures that came in and worked very well at it. they picked up on the dulcimer, and instead of playing church and religious tunes, played fiddle tunes and dance tunes. So they were very apt at adapting and did quite a good job of it.